Wait, we have our own Breakfast Club, right?
But I'm just saying, Skip, Jordan, we won't do all the time and try to steal our shine.
What did you think of what LeVar said on the Breakfast Club?
Skip, they asked him if he was white, would he be judged? Would the perception of him be differently?
Yep.
Skip, there's some truth to that because we know this be truth because we have over the last 8 years, we had a two-term black president. Today, we have President Trump. Had President Obama said, tweeted, done 1/1,000,000th of what President Trump has done, we know he would have been viewed differently. What would have been said about him? Look at it. Now, Kris Jenner did get blowbacks because people thought she was exploiting her daughters. Richard Williams did get some blowback because people like, look at him. He's standing up in front of the camera. He's dancing. He's doing all this. Earl Woods, not so much. He stood in the backgrounds. Tiger did what he did. Everybody was happy. Tiger built his brand. Venus and Serena built their brands. They did it.
Earl had a whole lot to say early on, but Tiger was backing up every last word of it.
Correct. And Tiger and Earl could have easily said, well, I got a prodigy. You're not going to school. I'm going to homeschool you. He went to Stanford just in case, plan B is always a good option. Skip, every time I listen to LeVar talk, and I like LeVar, I actually like him a lot, he still will not accept responsibility, or he does not want his kid to accept responsibility for what he's done. He said, I look at it differently. You know why, LeVar? Because it's your kid. More times than not, parents have a very difficult time believing that their kids would do something like this. And it's not that big of a deal. It's not like he twisted someone's arm. It's not like he went in there with a gun. Skip, the dude went 5,000 miles away and took something that did not belong to him. Mind you, while he's at home in the garage is a Lamborghini. A guy has a $200,000, $300,000 car.
He said it was a Ferrari for him, but go ahead. Yeah.
A $250,000 car, and you stealing glasses. And again, whose fault is it? Everybody, even Baron Davis came out here like, why are these kids alone in China anyway? You hear LeVar Ball said, why did Steve Alford let these kids go alone? Instead of saying, he was wrong, he should be punished. You know what, Skip, what I'm seeing with LeVar? He loves the attention. He loves the fame until his kids does something that put him in a bad light. Then all of a sudden, that comes along with the territory. You and I both know we're on television. That comes along with it. If we were to do something, it's going to be played up more so than a normal guy walking the street. That's what happens when you become famous. Skip, and again, LeVar, once he can't control the situation, he couldn't handpick another coach at Chino Hills. New coach comes in, Melo, you're not shooting 50 times. You're going to play some defense. Oh, I'm homeschooling you. Now he can't control the length of the suspension that UCLA had put on Jello. You coming home. Now, see, plan B was Lithuania. Once plan A, I can't control the length of the suspension.
Yeah.
You're not going to let Jello play right now? The charges were dropped in China. Okay, that's fine and good, but he needs to pay some penalty here to UCLA. Nope, coming home. Jello, what about the homeschooling, Skip? You see, if this was his plan from the jump, I got no problem with it. It was once he couldn't control the situation. And you heard what he said. They can't control him. You're the same way, LeVar. Once you can't control the situation, you want to be removed from it. And for him to say, no fallback plan, Skip, I had all my eggs in a basket, Skip. I was going to the NFL, or at least I thought I was. But while I was at Savannah State, I was going to get my education. I was like, well, hell, I'm here now. I might as well just go ahead and get this degree while I'm here. I'm here. It worked out. Dude has no fallback plan. Lithuania was not even on their radar. It wasn't until LeVar couldn't get his way in high school, Jello couldn't get his way at UCLA, then all of a sudden Lithuania. It's hard for me to believe that they're going to get any better playing with grown men as opposed to understanding the game fundamentally better in high school and in college. But those are his kids. The blowback that's going to come if this doesn't work, if he's ready to handle that, so be it.
Interesting. So, yesterday afternoon, I saw an internet report that this interview had taken place, and so I thought, I'm going to check this out. So, click on it, start watching, and I had planned to watch like 3 minutes of it just to get the gist, the flow, the feel. And 45 minutes later, I sat back and said, I just watched the whole thing. And I should have taken notes. Fortunately, we have a transcript printed out. Thank you very much to our staff for that. But I was going to take notes, and then I lost myself and listened to LeVar, and I forgot to take notes because I was enthralled. I was entertained. I was taken by everything he said. I hung on his every word because I got to tell you, LeVar Ball is really, really good on television. He's not just pretty good. He's great on television. He has become a legitimate TV star where you can't turn it off. I don't know if you started. I just got lost in it. And it made me wonder if in the big picture, is he a big enough star? Let's just do the negative hypothetical. What if all three sons ultimately fail at the pro level? Could LeVar be a big enough star already to keep on keeping on? Could LeVar become his own brand? I don't know what he'd be, just be like a Kardashian celebrity. You know, we always see the various Paris Hiltons and whoever, you know, they just become famous because they're famous. Could LeVar become famous just by being famous?
If that's going to be the case, the base have to like you.
Yep.
How much of the base like LeVar?
Yeah. Could he become like a political commentator or just somebody you listen to because you want to hear it? He could have his own radio show. He could be the Breakfast Club. I don't know. I mean, is it possible? Yeah, it is, because he has star power. What concerns me is some of it gets to be caricature star power, where he starts to play it's LeVar playing LeVar.
Right.
And so they would ask some leading questions and he would just go with it because that's what LeVar is supposed to say. So there's some shtick involved in it.
You think about it, Skip. We've been talking, you've been talking, and not yet one time have you mentioned the son.
Haven't.
It's still LeVar, and that's what.
Well, it was very interesting because all three on the Breakfast Club kept trying to get the two sons involved. They would softball them, you know, like, here, how about this? How about this? LeMelo. And they're looking at LeVar like, should I say this or should you not?
Well, first of all, LeMelo, he's 16.
Yeah.
He was there. His mind was somewhere else. Maybe he was chasing butterflies. Maybe he was in the gym shooting hoops.
What was the body language? Slump back in the chair like this, like, I don't want to do this.
Yes.
You know, I don't want to be here.
Yes.
But a couple of times he had little bursts of, that kid's got some fire to him. You know, like he is full of himself. And maybe he's got that spark, that drive, that fire, whatever it is. Sometimes I'm still wondering, does Lonzo have that, like we said, that dog in him, whatever that thing is? I think the young one might have it in him.
Yes.
But now, is he going to be on the right path to get to the NBA through Lithuania? I don't know. So back to your point. LeVar is so conflicting in his philosophies and his statements that he went into this long explanation of how hard they were on their sons coming up. We demanded the W's. We didn't let them off easy. And he once again took a shot at the Lakers. They don't understand my son. You can't coach him soft. You can't tell him, this is hard. This is the hardest position, the point guard position, to make it in the NBA, to transition into pro basketball. Don't tell him that. Tell him that he must do this, or, you know, it's LeVar being LeVar. But the point is, they're so tough on their sons. And then to your point, you're going to let LiAngelo off the hook? That's no big deal.
You wasn't tough enough. Because I tell you what. Now, my grandfather and grandmother was tough on their kids. And they were raising us tough. I would have never in a million years took myself in any store and stole anything because I know there was going to be hell to pay with Mary.
Hell to pay. And apparently LiAngelo has no hell to pay with LeVar because he's just saying, it's no big deal. He's saying Lonzo made his mistake. I don't know exactly what it was. He's just saying some kid mistake.
And I ain't want to jump in. Yeah. I ain't want to jump on it.
Right. And LaMelo's already made his kid mistake. And so LiAngelo, he was due. He was due to make his kid mistake. He stole sunglasses in China. What are you doing? It should be up to you to punish him.
Exactly.
And now he blames UCLA for extended punishment, you know, like he's just on hold. And yet, what did you do to the kid?